Hey everybody, welcome to a video walkthrough. I've recently gone through Killzone Shadowfall Elite Mode, all of it, and kind of hopefully helped some of you guys out who may have had a little bit of problems getting through that Elite Mode. And having finished the walkthrough, I was sort of just going through, watching what I'd done and playing some more just for fun, and kind of discovering some new tricks, some new pearls, some better ways of doing things. And I wanted to just add a few more little videos kind of talking about that. And I wanted to start by discussing what is for many sort of like the so-called kill shot, right? The Killzone kill shot, the so-called kill shot for the Elite Mode campaign, which is Chapter 7, the Handler, the last section, the Last Stand. Okay, this is the one where at the end of this pretty long chapter with a lot of firefights and a lot of not insignificant sections we have to go through, you have to hold down the fort against waves of hell-gassed enemies without dying, and it's pretty challenging. In fact, when the game was first released, this part was so challenging that Guerrilla Games actually released a patch to, from what I hear, shorten the time. So this is an area where, again, even on hard mode, people have died a lot of times, and of course on elite mode, dying at that point forces you to restart the entire chapter. You failed, okay, and that's incredibly frustrating. So I died there, I think once or twice on some of my elite mode campaigns, and I just wanted to see if there was some sort of insight I could give on that particular section. When I first started playing it with checkpoint, of course, I was, I think, dying about 80% of the time, and then of course the last section have checkpoints throughout the actual last stand, and I was then able to power through by using the checkpoints. And then it went to 50-50 as I got more comfortable with it. And then finally, with recent play, I played it probably anywhere from 20 to 25 times. I've gotten down to maybe 80 to 90% success all the way through without dying at all. Now, I wish I could show you on the actual elite mode itself, but the problem with it, if you look at it, is once you finish the elite mode campaign, it starts over again, and you're not allowed to actually play chapters within the elite campaign. Remember that the point of an elite mode campaign is that you have 3 lives to finish the entire campaign. Now you of course can work around that limitation by simply pressing start and restarting the chapter if you screw up, giving you functionally infinite lives to try to finish the elite campaign, which is still difficult, but at least it means that you don't have to start over if you lose all 3 lives. You just have to worry about finishing each chapter without dying. And maybe later I'll attempt to actually do elite mode fair and square, essentially without doing the restart trick. And that's a little bit of a new challenge, self-imposed, because there are times throughout the entire campaign where there are some luck-based areas where you may die through no fault of your own. And the question you have to ask yourself is, can you have that happen only 3 times? Now, even the very last section, which should be a gimme, but level 10, where it's a stealth section, you can sometimes die just because of random guard manipulation, random guard walk, that type of thing. So that might be something interesting for a later time, if I so choose. But for now, in order to showcase the difficult areas, we're going to have to go to the chapters. And of course, unfortunately, when you go to the chapter, that means that checkpoints will be active. But I'm recording this live, so hopefully you can see that I won't be using any of the checkpoints. So here we go. This is the handler. You start off with one section. They're not innocent. You go through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sections total, and section 6, of course, is the last stand. Let's go from here. You can see I'm going to move to hard, and then we're going to begin the loading process. This, again, this section has a lot to talk about, and I wish to kind of impart general strategies to help you get through it, whether you're playing on hard or trying to do it on the elite campaign, and build up the percent of success so that hopefully up to even 90% of the time you're going to be able to get through this. And there's so much to this level. It's very, very deep. And again, there's no guarantee. You may see me die even trying to attempt this. But again, when I was practicing, I was able to get up to like maybe 80 to 90% success rate. So it starts off here. She's going to be walking toward the door, jump off. Let's kind of reconnoiter the battlefield. So you are going to be standing all the way over there, and you're going to be defending that area. Hellgas soldiers are going to be pouring from these two doorways, one on the right over here, and the other one on the left. They're going to come out and they're going to drop down and they're going to start running towards you. They will be using these trenches to go back and forth, okay? And you're going to be trying to take them out before they get to you and overrun you. The section has this part has three main phases. The first phase are soldiers just kind of running down, and they're not shielded. It will be capped off by riot shield guards moving along. Then there will be another stage where it's going to be shielded guards. And then the last stage is when a dropship comes, drops down more guards, and then you will gain access to the bomber's gun turrets. And then it's over. A few things to take note of. These are petrocite canisters, and when shot, they are going to explode, and they can take out quite a lot of Hellgast. You want to destroy these judiciously and at the right opportunity. So here, I'm just kind of walking around. You have an idea of where these guys are, so this is where you're going to want to maybe spray or shoot with your weapons to see if you can somehow take them out. Okay, and when you do that, it's going to be like setting off a bomb, and you are going to kill quite a lot of Hellgast around them. So you can see that they're scattered all over. Understand that from that area they're going to glow blue. You want to hit those. They're going to take out a lot of Hellgast. Okay, so that's the terrain over which they're going to be rushing and which you're going to be defending. Now, the first thing you're going to do when you come over here is understand that you have all the time in the world to some extent to prepare. Until you open this door, nothing is going to progress. So take the opportunity to go up the stairs and do the following. Now, at this point, understand where your things are, okay? You're going to have 3 health packs on this side, on this end, and then you are going to have another 2 health packs on this end, so that's 5 total. There's a trip mines all the way along here and along here, okay? We're going to switch out a trip mine right here, so you want trip mines. And then you're going to have ammo reloads. 1, 2, 3, and 4. If you come to this section in the middle of an elite campaign, you may already have used quite a little bit of bullets. Please don't touch any of these canisters because it will immediately disappear to reload your your gun here, and you don't want that. You want to make every one of these canisters count. Now, against the weapons rack, you have only 3 weapons. It looks like it's loaded with weapons, but only 3 types. You have the sickle, which is a shotgun. You have a voltage, which is the gun of choice for defense. And then you have a 1 Voltur, okay, which is, in my opinion, not very useful. So to simplify things, the first thing you should do is to come here, and you're going to take the sickle and take it off of the rack. And then remove all of these sickles. Take them off the rack, take them off the rack, and then you're going to take the Voltur off the rack. So now you're going to have a Voltur and your, of course, your starting pistol, okay? At that point, the only weapons waiting on the rack are going to be your voltage. You have, count them, 1, 2, 3, 4 voltages and 4 ammo refills. These ammo refills should never be used except to refill the voltage. Each voltage gives you 90 bullets or 90 charges, and each of the ammo refills replenishes the 90. You have more than enough ammo for that fight using just voltage, voltage charges. Okay, and because you've removed all of the, the other lesser weapons, the sickles that are on the ground, you should be able to easily run up and go to the voltages in the heat of battle and quickly charge them up. Okay, so hopefully that simplifies things. Your owl should be on shield mode. You only have one shot to put the owl on shield. If the shield is destroyed by enemy fire, do not attempt to redo the shield. It will not be effective, at least on my game. I don't know whether it's a bug or not, but the shield will only be like half the size. It does not work. Okay, so understand that. So at this point, your enemies are going to be running, and you want to go both right and left, and you have to time the voltages. The killer here is what's going to get you killed is that you have to reload the voltage, and the voltage is a very, very long reload time, and during that animation the enemy is going to keep on pushing, and that's where you're going to have problems. You will have support turrets and support soldiers firing for you, and so it's imperative that you actually use the voltage to stun enemies, and when the enemies are stunned, your support are going to be able to shoot and kill them. And so that's kind of what the idea is. There is a little bit of RNG, or random number generation, or luck. Most of the time, enemies from the right tend to want to run along these trenches and join on the left. So you are going to want to concentrate fire on the left, but you always want to keep an eye out on the right in case they don't run across and they want to go down this corridor right here. Okay, if they get too close, they're going to come up and attack you from up here. They may overwhelm you, and that's where your trip mines are going to give you some defense. And now I'm going to demonstrate in real time how to go about this. We're going to start with the volter, and then I'm going to change this to the voltage very soon as the game begins. So let's start. So here she is waiting for you. Okay, access. And she's going to go in. And again, I make no promises that I'm going to live. This is a very hard section. If I die, we'll just restart the section and try again. Stand here. You only have 3 trip mines. Even though you can get more, if you do, they will disappear. The old ones will disappear. So you can only place 3, and this is where I placed the initial 3. Okay, so here goes. Get ready. The minute it's active, you'll want to switch to trip mine mode. When this last dialog goes, you will be active. Throw 1 trip mine here. Throw another one here, and then throw another one, of course, on the other end to cover you. I like to throw the trip mines down below so they don't explode next to you while you're fighting. Now reload the trip mine over here. Okay, at that point I like to stand right in front of this voltage and then engage the shield, bead up here toward this door. It's going to open, enemy soldiers are going to spill out, unload the voltor, and then immediately grab the voltage and start lighting them up. As you can see, take out all the shields. Just go back and forth. Kill anything that moves. Okay, see how slow the reload is? If there's a turret, you need to destroy the turret as soon as possible. Usually an engineer is near there. Okay, so that's phase 1, the easy phase, and short. Take this time to reload. Get ready again. Kill that engineer. As long as the engineer is alive, the turret will be active, okay? Kill that guy right there. This is where they often set up if you allow them to live. They're going to be coming again. Reload. As you can see, I lost the shield. engineers seemingly are not that powerful, but they create turrets, which is a disaster. You don't want that. Cover here. There's a lot of enemies. Don't be afraid to move left and right. Stop them in their tracks. Always check, destroy. That's an engineer, I bet. Okay, look. Kill. Shield guards coming. You used up your ammunition, grab another gun, get back to the action. Now look over on this side. See? You want to look back and forth, okay? Back and forth. Give support as needed. Again, there's turrets there. You want to kill the turret as soon as possible. They are going to kill your fellows. Kill the engineer. The engineer are the ones that make the turrets, okay? Back out if you have to see what's going on. Prioritize the shield guys because your buddies have a hard time killing them, okay? Any shield guys, kill them. Scan. Another shield guy. Another shield guy. Once you lose ammo, grab another gun. Move back and forth. You have to cover right and left, okay? Right and left. Don't focus too much on one side versus the other. See, I'm moving to the right now, looking at the left. There's another guy coming. You can see he's glowing blue. Shield. Prioritize the shield. See, there's a guy here. Make sure there's another bomb. When the dropship comes, try to kill some of these guys first, okay? But if you get overrun, quickly go up. The gun here is much more powerful than your voltage, and it fires faster. Kill the ones coming up at you first. Kill this one up here. Then quickly focus on these guys right here. Remember, you do have trip mines that are helping you. Kill these guys, remember. Kill the ones close to you first. Now, everyone wants to back up, make sure there's no guards at the balcony. See? He's coming. Kill these guys, okay? Kill the ones close to you. Kill the ones close to you. There should be a whole bunch of them, and that's okay. They cannot combat the sheer firepower. Eventually, they're going to turn back. See, they're running back. We're going to pause. We're done. So hopefully that demonstration shows you some of the highlights of what you're doing, going to the right, going to the left, backing out of the zoom mode so you have a panoramic view of the situation. The trip mines are going to protect you. If you hear them pop, you hear them explode, try to throw a few more to replace them. They'll give you some support. And you keep holding out until you get to the part where the turrets are available. Then get on the turrets, take down the drones, but you have time between the drones flying towards you to again thin the enemies from below. Okay. And again, by this time they're running away, they're not even shooting at you, you're done, okay? So hopefully that was helpful. And then you're on to the next section. We're going to play this through one more time, again to show you that the first time wasn't a fluke, and again using those techniques. The engineers are a danger that is, I believe, underestimated. You're always trying to look for the shields, for the cloaked guys, for the machine gunners. Engineers cannot be allowed to live, because if they live, they're going to keep those turrets active, and the more turrets they make, that will end your game for you. Okay, so you don't want that. This is chapter 8, the dead. So let's go back and quit again and go back to chapter 7, the handler. So they usually like to sit in the back of the action. They can be sort of hard sometimes even to find. You got to really look for them and then use your voltage to destroy them. They have to be killed quickly, because if they're not, those turrets add up and the turrets will overwhelm you. And the turrets are the ones that are going to destroy your shield, that are going to, again, end that part for you, okay? And it's easier said than done, but destroying the turret is only the beginning, because as long as the engineer is around, he can always make another turret. So you can disable the turret with the voltage temporarily, but if the turret is still there, you can see that it's still there, you have to see and find that other engineer. Usually the engineer is not far away, they're just kind of standing there, and you want to try to get them to alleviate that threat. So remember that there are no small threats. They're all equally dangerous, okay? So so now we're going to just do this again real quick. And as you can see, I was nowhere near needing all of the ammo. It's kind of nice when the dropship comes, if you're in the right sort of sequence, if you just happen to have good ammo, to thin it a little bit by destroying some of the troops that the dropship kind of unloads on you. But don't waste too much time doing that. The minute that's happening, you should be running essentially to the minigun, because the minigun tears through them like crazy, much more effectively than the voltage. It just kind of depends again on how the situation is, and it's always nice to have a few trip mines, but again, every second counts during this type of during this section, so you have to sort of decide what you want to do. Okay, so here we go again. I'm pressing the trigger button, getting ready to drop my trip mines. Okay, deploy, deploy, deploy. Let's reload the trip mines right here. And then again, I want to go right here so I can easily grab it and then prepare. I don't waste too much time with the Voltour, because it's just not as good as the voltage. That's all I do with it, and then I'm right back to the voltage. Panoramic view. This guy is over here. We want to get him. Okay, he's already gone. That's nice. Shield guys. Oh, they're close. Definitely get those. Turret right there. See that? That's an engineer. Kill him immediately. Okay, we have no more ammo here. Let's go and get the voltage from here. I don't think the trip mines were... Yep, so nobody's tripped off the mines. Here we go.
Here they come. Pick your targets.
Looking always to the right and the left. See, there's action here. You got to get rid of those guys. Shield guys have to be addressed quickly. Look on the other side. Here, they're coming. They're coming here, okay? Engineers get killed quick. Okay, we're out of ammo. Load up. There's going to be this guy here. He has to be removed quickly. Look on both sides. Destroy shields. Understand they are coming. Okay. Back up. See where they are targeting. Where they are targeting, support. Okay. Okay, see, I'm looking on the right. Stop him in his tracks. There's a lot of action on the right. Take out that action. Now look to the left. Okay, we don't have very many things left. Get another voltage. You have 4 guns. Keep on killing. Shield guys have to get taken down. Look to the right. Look to the right. There's nothing on the right. Okay. Keep up on the left. Always remember, look to the right every once in a while. Look every once in a while to make sure you're not being overrun. Okay, see? There's a guy there. They need your help because they need your help. Where is he? Yeah, he's gone. Look to the right. Any problems? Shield guy. Okay, dropship is coming. They're gonna unload. Watch them. See that? I'd like to get a couple of those guys out. And after that, if you see red, press the give yourself a health pack, okay? Don't play around. Here we go. Kill these guys. Kill these guys. Kill the blue. Kill the blue. Kill the blue, okay? There's plenty. Then up here, don't forget him. No, 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 don't be naughty. Kill this guy. Don't be naughty. Look for the blues. Look for the blues. Look for that drop. Look for that drone. Now, there's no more drones. Just kill these blue guys, okay? Back out. Make sure nobody's sneaking up. Make sure nobody's sneaking up. Okay, keep killing. They cannot withstand this, okay? They can't withstand it. Go in and out a little bit, in and out. Don't always fire. Stop firing so you can see where you're going. See where you're going. Okay? And now look, they're running away. It's timed, I believe. See that? This guy didn't even make it. We're done. Alright. So hopefully, again, this is twice in a row. Never came close, really, to dying, even despite losing the shield. Understand, if you see a turret, kill the engineer next to the turret. He won't be very far away. These are important things. Never spend more than a few seconds in each corridor, either the left corridor or the right corridor. You know, use some of the voltage ammo, empty the clip, immediately look to the other side while you're reloading. Support, back, forth. If you lose your owl shield and you see a little bit of red, press the left D-pad, give yourself an adrenaline pack. You got 5 adrenaline packs behind you. No reason whatsoever to conserve it. Remember that the owl may not be around to give you the adrenaline if you have it in shield mode. If you hear explosions on either side, that means one of the soldiers, enemy soldiers, tripped off a trip mine and used it up, then replenish between. As you can see, the first 2 times I did very well. There wasn't really any need for that. There was, I think, a trip mine that was set off while I was using the gunner to kind of thin the herd, and that's what they're there for. They're there for you to give you a little bit of protection while you are kind of taking care of things. But again, understand that a lot of people complain that they died during the gunner part. That's actually the easiest part of this section. Essentially, this section is over once you get to the gunner part, as long as you've set yourself up for success. You see that I try to use my voltage to electrify a little bit of those soldiers that are dropped by the dropship, signaling the start of the 3rd section or the 3rd stage before I get through the guns. You don't even have to do that. The guns are powerful to mow down everybody, but it has to be done intelligently. Don't just shoot constantly. Stop for a second. Don't get out of zoom mode. Assess your targets. See what's coming up. See what's going on below you, and then shoot methodically from inside out, close to far. You're in a position where you have a lot of time, many seconds, before you actually, die. You have time to assess the threat, destroy the threat, and the threats are destroyed within seconds by that machine gun. Remember that there are 3 drones slowly coming at you. But you have a few seconds between each arrival to clear more enemy soldiers on the ground below, and takes less than 1 second to destroy the drone. So understand, be aware of them, but don't be too worried. Of course, if you ignore the drones for a huge length of time, they're going to kill you, but you have time. So again, back and forth. Using this technique, unless you have some bad luck or ill fortune, I've been able to clear this section without dying easily. In the 90th percentile range. I've shown you, 2 times in a row now with no issues. So I'm going to end the video here. So this is, again, Killzone Shadowfall, the last stand section of Chapter 7 of the Handler. And hopefully these tips will help you not only in finishing it on hard mode, but more importantly on elite campaign, where you cannot afford to die even once because there are no checkpoints. Frankly, on hard mode, where they give you 2 checkpoints through that section, this is essentially inconsequential. There's a checkpoint at the end of the 1st stage, there's a checkpoint at the end of the 2nd stage, before you begin the gunner. It's inconsequential, super easy to beat. But on elite campaign, when you don't have checkpoints, it could be a little bit problematic. And so hopefully I've given you, again, a very good sense of the way the Hellghast are storming you, and how they're working, and the targets that you need to address. If you are good, you don't have to be crack shot. If you spread the voltage fire intelligently and correctly, you should be killing them way too fast for them to even be giving you much trouble. You're literally waiting around for them to spawn, because again, remember, you got 2 friendly turrets on either side of you, and you got your soldiers as well shooting. Any turret you see, any machine gun nest that gets set up, take out. Those are your targets. Take out as soon as possible, and you ought to be good. All right. Hopefully that was helpful. And until next time, take care.